Rakyat percaya Pakatan Rakyat boleh melakukan sesuatu tentang kenaikan harga minyak, Datuk Seri. Tetapi dengan senario terkini, harga minyak melambung $10 setong harganya sehari. Apakah formula Datuk Seri masih boleh bertahan dalam keadaan situasi hari ini?
Ya, kita memang lakukan ini dengan sikap bertanggungjawab, bukan sekadar populis untuk menyenangkan rakyat dan mengorbankan ekonomi. Karena kalau kita mengorbankan ekonomi, rakyat juga akan derita akhirnya. Tetapi pendekatan yang dilakukan sekarang tidak kukuh dari segi rasional ekonomi dan memang membebankan rakyat. Saudara jangan lupa, melambung naiknya minyak bagi India, bagi Indonesia itu memang membebankan kerana minyak diimpor. Naiknya minyak di Malaysia, dia menguntungkan negara walaupun ada kesan ekonomi kerana harga minyak pasaran dunia meningkat. Jadi jangan kaitkan kenaikan harga minyak seolah-olah harus membebankan rakyat. Ini tidak ada logik ekonomi sama sekali, tidak ada rasional dari sudut ekonomi sama sekali. Naik melambung $10 satu minggu umpamanya, itu bermakna pendapatan negara meningkat berbilion ringgit. Jadi ada correlation di antara kenaikan harga minyak dengan kenaikan keuntungan kepada negara dan kenaikan harga pasaran dunia. Mengapa kita ambil kira harga pasaran dunia semata-mata dan tidak pendapatan? Pendapatan untuk ditampung untuk apa? Kata mereka untuk memberikan subsidi kepada rakyat. Tapi kita tahu berapa puluh bilion ringgit yang digunakan untuk memperkayakan keluarga dan kroni. Berapa puluh bilion ringgit kontrak diberikan kepada keluarga dan sanak saudara mereka. Dan berapa yang lain itu tidak diketahui kepada umum kerana laporan Petronas itu tidak didedahkan kepada umum dalam arti kata terbuka untuk disoal termasuk kepada parlimen.
Dr. Sri, will the opposition continue to protest until the fuel price is brought down?
I've said that we will deliberate on this subject in tomorrow night's Pakatan Rakyat committee. For now, there have been protests.
Dr. Sri, regarding the transparent petroleum company, what will you do to ensure that the accounts are published and all that?
Now or later?
Now?
Now we are only asking them to be more transparent. But later, this is a stated policy. We have made it a policy. We have stated in our manifesto that it must be accountable to the parliament.
So if you happen to take power, you will make sure the accounts is published.
Yes.
Datuk Seri, melepasi tempoh masa yang Datuk Seri berikan, apakah jika itu menjadi satu kenyataan akan ada penurunan pada harga minyak?
Saya dah bagi keputusan dan saya berdiri dengan tetap dengan pilihan saya bahawa sebaik Pakatan Rakyat berhubung kerajaan, harga minyak tetap diturunkan.
On that matter, just now the question on the protest, there was a...
Saya akan letak jawatan segera kalau diberi pilihan. Saya tak turunkan harga minyak. Kita usir adik-adik.
Ada
ada
benda-benda like internet semua. There's some stories on the internet semua that there will be a big protest June 17.
No, ada cadangan. Sebab tu saya kata saya akan kemukakan cadangan itu untuk pertimbangan dan keputusan pimpinan Parti Keadilan, DAP dan PAS dan Pakatan Rakyat yang akan bersuara besok.
If it goes through, will it be bigger than the last? Okay, if it goes through, if everybody's happy with it, do you expect this time will be bigger than the last two?
Ya, kalau jadi lah. Itu dulu.
There are talks now that the oil price will rise to above US $200 per barrel, $200 per barrel. Will you keep the commitment of reducing pump prices of petrol if the oil price exceeded US $200 per barrel?
You know, I know some fund managers, investors, or economists view this the issue of macroeconomic stability and the principle of subsidy reduction as something that is economically wise or rational. Now, I am a firm believer of market economy. And I don't believe that huge subsidies would be sustainable in the long term. But I'm also a humanist. I believe in humane economy. You talk about $200 per barrel, meaning that the government or Malaysian government would amass multi-billion-dollar increase in their revenue. But this does not correlate or imply that the workers on the ground, the farmers and the petty traders would increase their income. So how do you deal with this? You say no subsidy. But when it comes to IPP, you don't call it subsidy, you call it incentive. You give all the facilities, 2 ringgit land per square foot, sold at 17 ringgit, it becomes incentive. Why? Because it's for the rich and the powerful. For the poor, huge problem with subsidy. So my answer, as I used to quote Galbraith for the North here, you must support a market economy, but must temper with a strong, genuine interest in the welfare of the people, in the principle of social justice. Otherwise, an economy cannot be sustainable. And therefore, to answer the question, the huge revenue accrued by the government must be used wisely to help and ease the burden of the people. And one of the methods here is subsidy. But I would even extend the argument beyond that. We have a tax issue here. Why do we need to tax and burden the masses when you have huge revenue from petroleum? We have an issue in a more comprehensive manner. There are other issues here too. But I would say that bottom line, we cannot impose unbearable hardship to the people. You can't, unless you have no other means. If I happen to be a minister of finance, say in Indonesia, just a hypothetical issue, they have to import, costing $50 billion more. They don't have money to pay, to subsidize. There's a separate issue. This country, we have, through this increase, exorbitant increase, revenue. How do you then burden the people? That's why it is mind-boggling to me to try and understand the thinking of Prime Minister Abdullah and the leadership. How can one in the right mind impose this? If your income is 1,000 ringgit per month, you have 6 children in school, how do you live in this condition? You are immediately forcing them to go down into poverty-stricken bracket. And that's the bottom line. What economics are we talking about? Why only talk about the price of petroleum, $100 or $200 or $300? You have revenue increase and you burden the poor. And you talk about tax rebate. And you know applying this will cost millions, hundreds of millions of ringgit to apply and to implement this scheme, this ill-conceived program. Okey, terima kasih banyak. Ketua Pembangkang dah beritahu time's up. Okey, Naya.